other thing that I would encourage you to do is look at your own personality, because if you're honest with yourself, you know the things that'll mess you up. For me, when I first got started, the things that would mess me up is if something happened with one of my kids. If one of my kids was crying a lot when I left them, and I didn't feel like the babysitter was being that emotionally attached, it would pull me from what I was doing, and I'd have to go deal with my kids. If something happened with my husband or my mom, my husband at the time, and my mom is always going to be my mom, I would get pulled into those things. So I had to strengthen myself to make myself understand that, listen, the best way I can help them is to get my real estate business in order. And then once my business got successful, I had to then focus on not getting caught up with the haterade and the negativity and the people that would say stuff like, I was in a huge office at one time, and I'll never forget this one young man that said I was getting deals because of the way I looked. No, then nobody's going to get, that'll open the door for you if you carry yourself a certain way. You look well manicured and you show up looking like, okay, you got some cologne on and you took a bath this morning. But you still have to build rapport with the people. You still have to show that you're growing in your expertise. And I can't tell you, as a real estate agent, when I was an agent, how many people hired me because I was getting mentored. I did have a broker that was guiding me and looked out for me. And as a real estate investor, telling people that, yes, I understand how to do creative financing. I understand this in real estate, opened up doors, but I still had to do the work. And so I want you to know you'll do more deals when you do the work and you do the right work. The other thing you have to do is you have to have more business by attracting it. More business that comes to you by attracting it. And that's what doing postcards, letters will do for you. It will, I know some people like to do billboards, and all of those things are good. Posting, you could even go on Craigslist and put as an investor, me and whoever, we buy houses, I buy houses in this zip code. It's free advertising. And then you can put an email and a phone number, and people will respond back to you that are looking to sell or buy. Now, that doesn't work very quickly, but it doesn't hurt to put it out there. You can go in different real estate groups and share that. You're looking for, deals. You have cash, and you can buy deals because you're looking for deals. And that's the main thing for a real estate investor. If you don't have a deal, or you're not in the middle of a deal, then you will not have the closings that you need to have. So your main priority is to keep developing, changing yourself. I am not the same person I was in 1992 when I got started in real estate. I'm not the same person I was in 1998 when I had Mike Ferry coaching me for $1,000 a month. I am not the same person I was 2 years ago, because I'm constantly looking at my business and seeing what I need developed in me. And of course, with the mentorship and coaches that I have, and they guide me. I have different coaches for different things, but business is business. And what most people forget about real estate is that it is a business. Just like people say show business, it's still a business. It's a business. Real estate is a business. And the quicker you realize that you're running a business, the more successful you will be. So you have to become a boss. You have to become, hey there, Aaron. You have to become a boss. You have to become a leader. You have to become coachable. You have to become, a person that's willing to be flexible, because you may need to change your schedule. You may need to reposition your finances so you can get a deal done. But after you put these things in place, it won't be that hard for you. As I tell people all the time, when I started in real estate, I started with no money. So I had to do a lot of walking. I promise you, I did so much walking. I thought I was going to be a size 0 because I would walk everywhere just so I could talk to. I would walk neighborhoods. I walked all over Queens Village, all over Jamaica, Queens, all over Cambria Heights, all over Hollis, Queens, Springfield Gardens. I would literally walk just so I can meet the neighbors and see who's looking to sell and just talk to them. And then at that time they had something called the Colts Directory. I would literally just call everybody. You know anybody that needs to sell? And the first lady that said, yes, my sister and I will left this house. I don't want it. I really need to get rid of it. But it took me a lot of calls before she said yes to that. And then what happened is, after doing a few deals, now I could invest the money I made into my marketing and more training and a better schedule once you get the money and the deals going. So embrace the sweat equity if you do not have the cash. And when you're focusing on sweat equity, it's even more important that you find somebody that you can connect with. Right now, it's easy to connect with. That's why we give stuff away on our Yellow Letter Mentoring Facebook page, because again, most of the people, you have to learn to talk to people. If you download that FISBO or the seller lead sheet and just learn to get those questions as part of your personality, I can be anywhere in the world and I know what questions to ask because they're the same. Why are you selling? What's the problem? What's going on with this property? And your goal is you're building rapport and a connection with the seller, because it's not just about the price. The thing is, there's so many people coming into real estate right now that you have to master talking to the seller and talking to as many sellers as possible. And so if you have no cash for your marketing, you definitely want to embrace doing the sweat equity until your marketing comes. And you want to run your business like a business, which means if you had let's say a McDonald's, let's say a Starbucks, you'd have to open it up at a certain time. You'd have to make sure a certain amount of people went through your drive-through. You'd have to make sure you closed at a certain time. Your real estate investing business is the same. On a daily basis, how much time can you commit to your business? When are your hours open? Like when I was updating the website, one of my web guys said, well, what hours do you want me to put on this website? We have a few different websites for different businesses, but on the Yellow Letter Mentoring, he was like, well, what hours should I put here? Because you always need to have a certain amount of time you're working. But what's happening with Periscope, Facebook, Instagram, a lot more people are just reaching out to me. I will hang up from a training and people call me and say, I really want to work with you, or this is the question I have right now, or how can I get started, or what will it take to get started, or this is what I was thinking. So it's easy to reach out to people. And some people, when I don't answer, they text me or leave me a message. Again, today alone, I got a few messages of people saying, how can we, connect, because I want to do real estate, or I am doing real estate and this is what's happening in my real estate. How can you help me? I really need your help, or can you guide me? So you got to run your business like a business. And then it will be consistent. Otherwise, and I don't even like when people say they run their business like a hobby, because all the people I know that have a hobby, they invest time and money in their hobby. But when you don't run your business like a business, then you're not even running it like a hobby. You're just not putting in the right activity. So again, I encourage you, have a committed time. Get a calendar, or get a planner, not just your phone, but something written, because some people's brains work better with them writing. But if you could write and also do the Google Calendar or something where you put in, Mondays I return phone calls from this time to this time. Tuesdays I'm looking for the new deal, so I'm going to be walking this neighborhood or driving for dollars, or I'm going to do postcards. And when you do your postcards, try to stay in a zip code. Try to stay in a radius where you can build your brand. Coca-Cola started one place and then they shot out. Now they're all over the world and they still invest in marketing. But most people that are new to real estate, they feel like, oh, if I do, so many different states or zip codes, I'm going to get a deal quicker. You're wasting your money when you do that. It is so much better to start with a zip code of even 500, maximum a couple of thousand names. I can't tell you how many people come to me and say, I invested in this mailing list and this postcards, and I've got all these postcards going out, my phone's ringing, and they're just losing deals because their phone's ringing too much, and it's ringing from all over the place, and in areas they don't even know how to put the deal together, or they haven't mastered their scripts and dialogues yet. So when people are calling them, some people aren't even answering them back. That's a waste of your marketing. Start with a zip code that you feel comfortable with, a zip code you can get to, a zip code that you feel like you can get to know the details in that area. And then that zip code, when I first started, I started in Queens Village. And Queens Village shot out all the way to Long Island. Before I knew it, I had clients in Paris and, different parts of Africa. But my starting was in Queens Village. When I started in Georgia, I started in Clayton County. And then it shot out to different zip codes. You don't want to just be all over the place. And then I left Clayton County because my business pushed me to another county. And so your business will tell you what you need to do if you pay attention and you run it like a business. The other thing you want to do is you got to build relationships with as many motivated sellers as you can. Motivated sellers and cash buyers. The more of those that you have a relationship with, the better. The more of those you have a relationship with, the better, because all investors are not looking for the same type of deals. They don't always have the cash available, excuse me, and they're not always working at the same price point. So if you only have one cash investor, you're limited to only doing deals when they want. If you only have one motivated seller, then, and let's say you've done all this work and now they've changed their mind, they don't even want to close. Now you've put, it's not, I don't look at it as a waste of time because you learned something from that deal. But if you had 3 motivated sellers, 5 motivated sellers, 5 cash buyers, then there's more of an opportunity to close deals. And we talked in the beginning that you don't need to close a deal every day, even though deals are closing every day. Deals are closing every second of every single hour. Somewhere in the world, somewhere in the United States, deals are closing. You don't need to close deals all the time. You need to close enough deals to change your lifestyle, to get you the things that you said that you wanted to have when you got into this industry. So you want to build relationships with motivated sellers. Thanks again for the thumbs up and the hearts. Appreciate it. You want to close deals with motivated sellers and look for more cash buyers. Build relationships. I can't tell you how that changed my business. You gotta be willing to build relationships. Building relationships with the mentor is very important. Building relationships with the motivated sellers is very important. Building the relationship, hey there, Shan. Building the relationships with motivated buyers is very, very important. And motivated buyers, because you can have cash buyers that are not looking for what you get or what you focus on. It's a waste of your energy. And, you end up putting all this time into deals and getting nowhere, because you're not really building a foundation. You want to build a foundation in your real estate business, then you can go elsewhere. So one of the ways to build your foundation, to talk to more motivated sellers and cash buyers, is you can do, like I said, postcards, letters. Those really work. Drive around. The other thing you want to look for is to join the communities that they hang out in. Find the communities they hang out in. Meetups work, but when I see people that join my meetups, and then I see that they were in 80 different meetups, 20 different meetups, those people usually are not going to be really as involved as they should be. So I always say, get involved in the community that you're going to be able to go hang out in. If you join a meetup, when they have an event, show up at that event. It gives you an opportunity to share and to get to know the area leaders, the people that are succeeding. You can't be a boss until you've been a worker in that industry. Even if you were to get involved in let's say, a franchise, they want you to learn their system, to learn the way they do business before you can do business yourself. But I meet people that want to get into real estate and they say, I'm going to do it my way. You can't do it your way until you know the way to do it. And then you can put your own twist on it. So join communities, join real estate associations, but not all of them. Pick an association, get familiar with it. And again, meetups, one to a handful maybe, but don't join so many meetups that all you're doing is just looking to see when they're having an event and you didn't show up. Make it a point to show up to any of the events that they're having. And most meetups, like with us, we have monthly live meetings, either in New York or in Georgia. We have meetups, and we post them on our meetup page. If you're a part of our community, we encourage you to come out, because it's an opportunity to not only be, to share what you have going on, but to hear what other people are doing that's working. And then you're in the vortex. You're in that energy of real estate investors that's going to take you to the next level. And so you want to make sure you join that. And then it also keeps you motivated and moving forward. So show up to the events. And then you also want to, you'll be able to market to the people that you connect with. If you have a property that you're wholesaling, the best place to find a cash buyer is at a real estate event, because a lot of the investors come out looking for a deal. And if you have a good deal, people will fight you for it. So you definitely want to make sure that you are out there. And then you want to market so that people know you are in real estate. That's what your marketing is for, is to get people to know that you are in real estate. You want to market so that they find you, okay? They get familiar with knowing you. And then when a seller gets to know you and reaches out to you, get as much information about the property as possible and then call them. The other thing you want to do that's a winning mindset as a real estate investor is you want to value the relationships more than you make excuses. Some people, they make excuses by saying, I went to that program, it didn't work. I went to that RIA, they charged me a monthly fee, but I got nothing out of it. I went to, real estate school and I got my license, but the broker I'm with is horrible. These are all excuses, because those are external things. But if you are really motivated, those things can't stop you. You're going to fly. And again, I know that because, the office I did work in, my broker had tons of agents. But one person was pretty much carrying 5 offices with his activity, because the other 1,000 agents that he had would put up a deal here, there, maybe one or the other. And me getting to follow the top producer, doing what the top producer was doing, ended up giving me and my broker, who's now passed away, a great relationship because he saw I was willing to do the work. So be willing to do the work, value the people that you say you want to work with, value your mentor, value the seller, value the cash buyers, and value them because you want to continue to work with them. Now, you are going to get some deals where no matter how great you are, you know that's not a relationship that's going to repeat itself. But 90% of the deals that I've done over the years, they've referred other people to me. And that's when your business starts changing, is when people are referring people to you. And that happens when you value the relationships. A lot of newbies, they get into the business and their focus is, how quickly can I get a check? And that energy is going to take it longer for you to get a check. You'll get a check faster when you understand that you should be marketing, mastering whatever you need to master, and your business will tell you what's missing. Is it learning how to sell, learning how to drive for dollars, walking around neighborhoods? Is it learning how to evaluate the deal? Is it learning how to, fix and flip? Like, what is it that you need to be doing right now? And if you do that, you will lay a good foundation for your business. You will lay a good foundation for your business. So the last thing I would encourage you to do is to stay focused. Stay focused. And the best thing to help you stay focused is to create a schedule you can keep. If you have a 9 to 5, don't steal time at your 9 to 5 trying to sneak and make a phone call. Do it on your lunch break. Do it before you go to work. Do it when you're leaving work. But make sure you carve out time to do your real estate business around whatever you're committed to. And then when that starts working, then you leave that to go, when your business starts really working, then you leave your 9 to 5. But don't leave your 9 to 5 and not do what you got to do, or you get caught up and you've not really laid a really good foundation, because what that's going to do is in a few months more, you're going to just be looking for another job because you really didn't lay a good foundation. So stay focused, create a schedule that works. Look and see how you can do real estate on a daily basis. What do you need to do every single day? Every single day you need to be talking to a seller or finding a seller, talking to a cash buyer or finding a cash buyer, because you're looking for a deal and then you're looking for somebody who can buy the deal from you. And then look and see what you need to do on a weekly basis. But if you're only going to do your real estate now and then, every now and then, and you're going to allow everything in your life to, pull you away from your real estate, you're not going to close enough deals, and then you'll have to make excuses or blame other people for the work you haven't done, which is what I've seen other people do. And I don't want that to be your 2020. It's all about the vision. It's all about being crystal clear on the things you need to do for your business. So I hope that something I said to you today is something you can take and put into action so that you take your business of real estate to the next level. So just a quick recap. We talked about deals are closing every single day. You just need to close enough deals to change your life. You don't need to compete with other people. You don't have to badmouth other people. You don't have to, have a schedule that doesn't really work for you. Put your business in place because you got into business. Put it in place in a way you're really going to be happy to keep working it. And commit to marketing for your business. Commit to really doing marketing for your business, whether you're going to market $50 a month, $50 a week, $1,000 a month. In the beginning, you really don't need to get a lot of postcards or a lot of letters. You just need to do enough to get the deals going. You also want to make sure that you're always looking for motivated sellers, motivated buyers. You also want to learn to build relationships, especially with mentors, especially with motivated sellers. Those are the bread and butter for your business, because you're kind of juggling two things when you start in real estate. You're juggling learning the information, and you're juggling learning your own personality, so you can see the things that you need to change that are not going to really help you build your business like they should. So it's a self-improvement that you're doing as you build your business. And the more you improve, because you don't even know what you don't know until you run into a deal that shows you, oh wow, I don't know how to do that. Now you need to know what relationships do you have to take you from that deal to the next level. And then there's some people, you know what you don't know, so you need to go do that stuff, and your business tells you what you need to master and what you need to do. Last but not least, value the relationships, because you got to keep working. People think real estate is so big, but there's a handful of people that are really at the top of the industry that are constantly doing deals, that their name has built enough brand for them that they are, literally out there getting deals no matter what. And so you want to get to that level, but it starts first by mastering the basics and then embracing the activities so that you do them, so that you will succeed. So I really encourage you, find one thing that I said to you today, work on that, keep it moving. For 2020, in the Yellow Letter Mentoring, most of the free trainings that we're putting out there is about keeping you motivated, keeping you marketing for motivated sellers, and keeping you improving. It's all about marketing, motivation, and just getting you to stay focused on building your business. With that being said, I'm Wendy Lovejoy. Thank you for hanging out with me on Tuesday, and I really hope you take something that we said and you go run with it. Okay, if you are not in any one of our groups, join the group, and then you can join the Yellow Letter Mentoring closed Facebook page. Some of the people that are going there and asking to join are not in real estate. That page is for real estate people. The Yellow Letter Mentoring is basically for real estate people as well, but that's an open forum. It's open to anybody. The closed forum, I'm going to be sharing videos, and other people are going to be sharing stuff that you're not going to find on YouTube. So we want people that are really interested in real estate, and you don't have to, do anything. Just be in real estate to join that group, and then you can request being added to the group. And again, there's stuff we put out there that is not going to be found elsewhere. And if we have an event in your area, we welcome you to come out. I want to thank the people that came out to Ben's Crab this past weekend. It was another huge success. People are getting deals done. They're learning a lot of information because we have a lot of experts that come out to that event. And if you're in the Georgia area, we have an event that's going to happen in the Cam Creek area that you want to join the REIA, the REIA, and you can see that event there. My name is Wendy Lovejoy. You can follow me at Wendy Lovejoy Trainings on Instagram. You can follow me by liking the Yellow Letter Mentoring and or on Facebook, and I'm also on LinkedIn. And if you want to learn more about working together, you can check out the website at Yellow Letter Mentoring. A lot of you are reaching out, and some people have enrolled in the program. I'm looking forward to working with more of you. If that's something you're interested in, please reach out through first checking out the Yellow Letter Mentoring program. And if you have questions, I'll be happy to help you. Reach out. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.